45,000 without power after a substation attack. It appears that a person or group intentionally fired multiple gunshots that damaged 2 power substations in central North Carolina on Saturday. This news was provided by local law enforcement at a news conference on Sunday. Federal and state agencies are currently engaged in the investigation of this gun attack, as well as a state of emergency declaration and an instituted curfew from 9 p.m. Sunday to 5 a.m. Monday. These were enacted across all of Moore County in North Carolina. The attack initially left 45,000 without power, including homes and businesses. Roughly 35,000 didn't have power Sunday night, and it may take until Thursday to repair the damaged equipment and restore power. The substations are located in West End and Carthage, North Carolina, and are about 5 miles away from each other. The sheriff of Moore County was quoted as saying, "The person who did this knew what they were doing." He described the attack as deliberate, and also was quoted as saying, "It appears they were trying to shut down the county." While it's unclear what motivated the alleged vandalism, the sheriff on Sunday addressed rumors circulating on social media that the attack was an attempt to thwart a local drag show. When asked if there was any connection to a 7 p.m. LGBTQ+ drag show in the city of Southern Pines on Saturday, Fields said it was possible. "Yes, anything is possible," he said, "but we haven't been able to tie anything back to the drag show," end quote. After the attack, sub-freezing temperatures are expected, and those 35,000 will be without heat. Women, children, and elderly will all suffer from these circumstances. Businesses were forced to close for the weekend as well. Only the few with generators were able to remain open, and schools are closed through Monday at least, and the decision to reopen will be on a day-to-day basis. There has been no word as of yet whether this will be classified as an act of domestic terror. The sheriff said no group has stepped up to acknowledge or accept that they're the ones that done it, then adding, "We're looking at all avenues." The headliner and host at the Sunrise Theater event, Naomi Dix, said in an interview that the show went on in candlelight and by smart device lighting Saturday after power ceased at about 8:15 p.m. She said she was unaware the outage might have had anything to do with the event until hearing news Saturday night that mentioned unconfirmed reports the outages may have been the result of an attempt to put the drag show in the dark. Earlier Saturday, host of a drag queen story hour style event for children in Columbus, Ohio, pulled the plug because of what they described as the intimidating presence of right-wing demonstrators, some of whom carried long guns. Brian Levin, director of the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism at California State University, San Bernardino, said in February that power facilities and other infrastructures have long been on the attack wish list of white supremacists who desire American destabilization. Earlier this year, 3 men pled guilty in connection with plotting to attack power substations. The trio hoped to disrupt the electricity grid, sow civil unrest and economic uncertainty, and ultimately trigger a race war, federal prosecutor said at the time of that interview. So from my perspective on this matter, this was a despicable and cowardly attack, regardless of the motivations. This was clearly orchestrated. The substations were attacked 5 miles apart, and the damage was very specific to knock out county-wide power for multiple days. This is and will unquestionably be a domestic terrorist act and should be treated as such. These cowards should be punished to the full extent of the law if apprehended. No mercy, no quarter. That's just the information on the surface. If you willfully, intentionally attack infrastructure to cause power outages to tens of thousands of people, you are a terrorist. Pharmacies without power were forced to store medicine in the local residents' refrigerators who were fortunate enough to have generators. The cold forecast for this week in North Carolina, as stated, will likely have sub-freezing temperatures and tens of thousands without heat. Schools will be closed in the short term indefinitely. Businesses finally recovering from COVID, getting back to normal, and once again are shut down. These people are spineless cowards. To further build on that thought, if this attack was motivated because some insecure, racist, bigoted trash were upset over a drag queen show, make it a hate crime. On top of the terrorism charge, hang them all for all I care. Our society would be better off without scum like that anyway. It seems that somewhere along the line, we have lost sight of the fact that we're living in 2022. This country shouldn't be the disgusting place that it once was, allowing racism, bigotry, and fear to thrive. Hating someone and attacking them because they're different than you and for no other reason is despicable. When I first read this story and understood this attack on these people, I took that personally. We should be better. This country should be better. The people should be better. Why are we allowing this type of hatred and despicable behavior to persist? The hatred that's taught by groups like those likely behind this attack isn't innate. People are not born with hatred in their hearts. We do not emerge from the womb ready to insult, demean, and attack others because of their beliefs, sexual orientation, or race. It is taught. All of that malice and hatred is transferred from parent to child. It is disgusting and it is inexcusable. In this call to action, I deliver a request that is twofold. First, comment, like, think, subscribe, discuss as usual. But secondly, and more importantly, eliminate hatred. Tell people that it's not okay. Know in your heart that it's not okay. Teach your children that it's not okay. Only we can be the change that we hope to see. As always, think freely, discuss openly.